Hello friends and welcome back to Stamp Booking for Scrapbookers, where myself, Sarah, Christina, and Sandy are joining together to create some beautiful stamped projects at the end of every month. So today I am working on a project which is a 6x8 page for part of my Disney album, which is my project focus for my Craft Your Stash Away series that I've been doing over the past 2 months. Today's theme is using spring or floral stamps. I kind of cheated maybe a little. I thought I was going to end up doing flowers, and instead I found this leaf stamp set. This is the Painted Florals from MFT, which is a brand new stamp set. I have not used it yet, and I've been dying to use it, and I wanted to create my own backgrounds. One of the things you have to experiment with is the ink colors for stacking stamps like these. So it's a vine stamp with then a leaf detail on top. So I go through my little bin here of different inks to try to find some greens, some neutrals that will work well together, that'll stack well together. So before I go stamping on my Nina Solar White cardstock 6x8 paper, I use this cutoff to test out the different color combos I might want. The first one I start off with is this beautiful olive color, and again, I'm using Distress inks today. They're not the best for stamping, but I did like the look of them for this particular project. And I shortly realized that brown's a little bit too dark. I want to keep it light for this layout. It's so small and there's some green already in the photo, so I want to make sure I'm not overwhelming my page. I also try some double stamping, which can work really, really well, and if you do want to do that, I recommend using a stamping platform or make sure you're stamping simple images that are easy to duplicate and line up. And then here again, I'm just testing out the different colors. So after a lot of testing, and I even do more off camera, I'll show you the test piece when I'm finished, I decide I definitely don't want to go for brown, but I do want to try out the combo of old paper and crushed olives. I think that might be a winning combo, and I do try a couple more with crushed olive on bottom, old paper on top, and somehow the old paper just works so well. And like I said, I'm going to create my own background, and I showed you the photo at the beginning. It's a 4x6, so I definitely could have planned this a bit better so that I only stamped where I needed to, but I find if you just create your own pattern, do it how you please, and then put the photo on top of it later, it generally works out better, because if you space properly the first time, it'll read well once you stack things on top of it. So that was my method to this madness. I took the base stamp, stamped that all around until I was happy, and then I took the detail stamp and came back on top to add the details. Like I said, this is the crushed olive color, and this is only sped up 2 times, so it did take me quite a bit of time until here where I did rapid stamping. I wish I was this quick at it, but I am not. And one thing you want to make sure you do is you rotate your stamp when creating your own pattern. I try to make it a little bit more organic by making sure I rotate it at different angles and different ways, just to make it look more realistic and more like a pattern paper might. Going in with those detail stamps and just lining it up, I will say these stamps, despite them being the first time I'm using them, line up very, very well and easily, and I thought I might have a problem with that, but no, it went very smoothly. So I trimmed down my photo a little bit, and now I'm reaching into my How to Kill a Kit with Style for the month of April and pulling out some papers to use as layers. I don't want to cover up too much of my stamping, but I do want to add a little bit more color to this page somehow. And since this is only a 6x8 insert, it's one of those times where you find extra photos and you want to put them in your album, but you don't want to create a whole 12x12 about it, so I decided a 6x8 insert could do. I first start with this peach color because there's some oranges in the layout, and peach actually goes really well with olive green in my opinion. I think it looks great. And this is actually an embossed paper, and you might be wondering why I did such a thin layer of it. The embossed pattern on that paper is the exact same pattern that this gold paper is, so I didn't really want the embossed pattern as much as I wanted the color of that peach tone. So then the gold foil paper is a broader frame around the photo. I like that it frames the photo a lot, and then here I have some puffy stickers from my kit as well that I want to use to decorate, but it feels like it's missing something, so I look at some of my other pattern papers, see how I could maybe incorporate them. Do I want to use washi tape? Can I use these scraps at all? I was really on a scrap binge at this point, so I really wanted to see if I could use those scraps. I did accidentally knock over this wooden stamp, which stays on my desk because I bought it earlier this year, and it's definitely going to become one of my staples, I think. And it's this beautiful polka dot. It's like a splatter stamp, and it's really, really old. I bought it used at a local scrapbook store, and I grabbed my old paper ink and start stamping it over the background. It just added a variety of texture that I really liked. It added something different to the pattern. It made it less clean and simple and more so intentionally splotchy. If you guys know, distressings don't stamp very well. Distress oxides are a different story, but plain distressings don't stamp too well unless you really put a lot of extra stamping into it. So I go in with my little dots here and add that splatter effect. I think it looks fantastic. I adore this stamp. I know there's several companies that make stamps like these. And then I did some ghost stamping as well. So if you haven't done that in a while, that's a great idea. Essentially, you stamp it once with the full ink and then go back and stamp it again without re-inking and getting this ghost-like color or image. And it could be a really fun effect on your pages too. So now that I'm happy with my background, or so I think, I want to continue to work on my page. So I do find this scrap of bright yellow, which helps bring in more of those tropical colors from the photo. And like I said, this is part of the Disney album, my Disney Cruise album, and there are so many photos I've scrapbooked, so these color schemes kind of are throughout my album, so it is a little bit of a mishmash on this particular page, but I promise it does all coordinate in some way or another. So here again, I'm looking through my kit for something to help give this layout some more fun, maybe a title. I'm not sold that I need a title. I really don't think you need a title on every layout, especially these insert types. But I do have this puffy sticker that says C'est la vie instead of C'est la vie, which I think is super, super cute. And then, you know, I'd finished this puffy sticker pack, which if you guys have been keeping up with my channel lately is something I've been obsessed with. Puffy stickers and finishing packages. So I decided to finish the puffy sticker package by adding these puffy stickers on this page. And I do end up gluing down that floral piece as well. That's a Recollections die cut. Really old, but really cute, and adds more pop of blue, which I think this page could use very well. Just to adhere those puffy stickers, I'm going to use my Scotch Quick Dry glue. I do get a lot of questions about this. This is the yellow bottle from the Fine Line brand that I keep my Scotch Quick Dry in. I think it's the larger of the two sizes they sell. So I made sure to mention that in this video because I have been getting a lot of comments about that. And then here are the final touches. These are some Pink Fresh Studio phrase stickers, and there's some really great ones on here, and I thought this would be a great way to combine the pink, the orange, and the yellow kind of theme I have going on. And there are some with green on them, but none of the phrasing worked for this one. However, I wish it really did. But I used a couple of these to help sort of tell the story and, you know, kind of journaling on the page without having to do so. It's just a fun insert into the album. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Stamping for Scrapbookers. Let us know what you guys want to see, and don't forget to check out the other wonderful three ladies linked down below with their beautiful projects. But here are the close-ups. If you didn't enjoy, be sure to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And be sure to turn on notifications if you don't want to miss out on another video. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye guys!